You know, the Bible has an interesting chapter that's very abstract. Very abstract. And when you read it, well, it used to leave me baffled, and it leaves a lot of other people baffled. For years, I've read this chapter, and I've never been able to understand how the people could arrive at the conclusion that they did about this particular chapter. How could they comprehend it or even make sense of it? Well, it's for me, I find it a very interesting chapter. It involves technology again. Here we go. It's a bit slow. It involves horses, lions, people, fire, locusts, and scorpions, all rolled into one creature. Weird. Really weird. Okay, so it's found in Revelation chapter 9. And like I said, when I first started to study this, I thought, this is going to be one of these really long, tedious Bible studies that go on. But when I started looking into it, I was just blown away at some of these things. It was just amazing. Okay, Revelation chapter 9, and I'll read. I'll start reading. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of the great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and upon them was given power, as scorpions of the earth have power. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass nor the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, that they should be tormented 5 months. And the torment was like the torment of a scorpion, when he striketh a man. And in those days men shall seek death, and not be able to find it, and shall desire to die, and the death shall flee from them. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads, as it were, crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lion. And they had breastplates, as it were, breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots of many horses running to battle. And they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue his name is Apollyon. And verse 14, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And when the angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, a day, a month, a year, for to slay a third part of men. Who knows what that means? Can you explain to everyone right now how the Bible people came to that conclusion? Yep. Okay, all right. I don't want you to steal my thunder there, Steve. But you're right. It's the Ottoman Empire. And I've heard that. When I was a kid, they used to say, it's the Ottoman Empire. I always want to know, why do you think it's the Ottoman Empire? How did you come to that conclusion? You know, when I read it, it's an abstract painting to me. I can't make any sense out of it. So it was probably a month ago. I thought to myself, I'm going to study this and find out why they came to that, how they came to that conclusion. There must be a reason. Okay. And there's some things I found interesting. You know, people in the old days were pretty smart. In the 8th century, way back in the 8th century, there was a Spanish monk, and his name was Beatus. How'd you like to have a name like that? Beatus. Okay. Well, he successfully identified what these locusts were. And over the centuries that followed, there have been numerous others that have also identified and have agreed with each other what these locusts were. And without the aid of the internet or telephones or anything else, came to that conclusion independently. So they didn't know that someone else had discovered this. They read it and they did their study, and all of a sudden they discovered this, someone else over there. Amazing. Okay. Some of those people were Martin Luther. Who has heard of Martin Luther? Put your hands up if you heard of Martin Luther. Good, everyone's heard of Martin Luther. What about Joseph Mead? No one? You know, he's a Cambridge University professor. Okay, apparently he was famous. What about Sir Isaac Newton? What was he responsible for? Wasn't he the guy sitting under the tree and the apple fell down and it's gravity. Okay, you know, he wasn't just a scientist, he was a great Bible scholar as well. And then there was a guy, Josiah Litch, but there was something a little bit different with what Josiah Litch taught. But anyway, all these guys were consistent in identifying what these locusts related to. So over the course of nearly 1,000 years, from the 8th century to the 1800s, these people have been able to identify, and it puzzled me. How could they do it? How can you look at this and make any sense out of it? Seriously. When we look at Daniel chapter 2, and we have what's in Daniel chapter 2? People that know. The statue. All right. Is it easy to understand the statue? Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. But when you get something like this, man, how do you interpret that? So I started to look into it, and I thought, well, why is it important for us to know? And I believe it is important for us to know why some of our beliefs, or how some of our beliefs came about. Okay, Revelation 9, verse. I'll put that there. Here we go. Revelation 9, verses 1 and 2. Notice that a star fell. Now, some Christian commentators refer this. Again, my mouse is going slow. Here we go. Here we've got another picture there. Some Christian commentators refer this to being Satan, while others say, well, you know, it's an earthly leader, but they're still doing Satan's work. Either way, it's a way and means of Satan accomplishing his work when the star falls. Okay. We also notice that there is a bottomless pit. A bottomless pit. What comes out of the bottomless pit? The smoke comes out of the bottomless pit. Okay, so I wanted to find out, what's it all mean? Okay. You know, it's interesting that out of the bottomless pit, the smoke came out and it darkened the sun. It took the light away. Okay, we have a Bible verse here, John 12:46. I am come a light unto the world, that whosoever believeth on me should not abide in darkness. So Jesus is referring to himself as a light. And we probably all agree with that. We've also got Romans 13:12. The night is far spent and the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armour of light. So here we have a parallel that light represents good, darkness represents evil. I think we all can understand that rather easily. Okay, so this darkness represents a spiritual darkness, okay, of the world. And this is what the early Christian Bible scholars found out. They came to this conclusion. We also notice that there is mentioned a bottomless pit in the book of Revelation was written in Greek. And the word that was originally used instead of the bottomless pit was abyssos, or abyssos. It's where we get the word abyss. Who knows what an abyss is? It can be either a big hole with nothing in it, or it can just be an expanse with nothing in it. So this darkness that comes out of a place of nothingness.